Broken heart syndrome, the hidden neuroscience of heartbreak and dopamine burnout. They say love is the strongest drug known to man. And maybe that's not just a metaphor. Because when you fall in love, your brain releases a cocktail so powerful it can rival cocaine. Dopamine floods your reward system, the same chemical that fires when you win money, taste chocolate, or take a hit of a stimulant. But here's the twist. What the brain gives in euphoria, it can take back in pain. This is the neuroscience of heartbreak and dopamine burnout. The biology of why love can feel like an addiction and heartbreak like withdrawal. The dopamine trap. Every text message, every good morning chat, every glance becomes a hit. Each interaction releases a tiny pulse of dopamine in the brain's nucleus accumbens, the reward center. It's not love itself you crave, it's the anticipation. Dopamine thrives on wanting, not having. Your prefrontal cortex, the rational part of your brain, tells you to slow down, but dopamine whispers, just one more message, just one more touch. Over time, your brain adapts. It starts to need more stimulation to feel the same pleasure, like tolerance in any addiction. That's how love turns into obsession. The crash. Then, suddenly, silence. The calls stop, the texts fade, the dopamine drops. And the same circuits that once lit up with joy now echo with absence. It's withdrawal, not just sadness. Brain imaging studies show that heartbreak activates the anterior cingulate cortex, the region linked to physical pain. Your body literally aches because the same pathways that respond to burns or cuts are screaming for lost emotional connection. Cortisol, the stress hormone, floods the bloodstream. Your heart races, your chest tightens, you can't sleep. It feels like dying, and medically, it can be. The broken heart syndrome. Doctors call it Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, or broken heart syndrome. After an intense emotional shock, the surge of adrenaline stuns the heart muscle, causing it to balloon and weaken temporarily. It looks exactly like a heart attack. Chest pain, shortness of breath, cold sweat, but the arteries are clear. The damage came from emotion, not blockage. Most people recover, but the experience leaves one truth etched in the heart's rhythm. The mind and the body are not separate. They dance to the same neurochemical song. Burnout and the brain. After heartbreak, the dopamine system doesn't just reset. It crashes. Things that once brought joy, music, food, friends, feel dull. It's called dopamine burnout, and it's your brain's way of protecting you from overstimulation. In this phase, serotonin dips too, the mood regulator. You feel numb, anxious, or restless. It's why you scroll endlessly, trying to fill the void. But every short dopamine hit, every notification, every maybe they'll text thought just deepens the exhaustion. Your brain isn't broken, it's recalibrating, trying to restore balance between pleasure and peace. The healing. Healing begins when you stop chasing the next hit, when you sit with the emptiness instead of filling it. Exercise reawakens dopamine naturally. Sleep resets cortisol. Meditation rebuilds prefrontal control, and connection with friends, with purpose, with faith retrains your reward system to find joy in life again. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire, ensures that every heartbreak is not an ending, but a rewiring. Your brain learns, it grows, it survives. You weren't weak for loving deeply. You were human, wired for connection, shaped by chemistry, and brave enough to risk the pain of loss. Your brain will heal, your heart will adapt. And one day, dopamine will spike again, not from a text or a kiss, but from peace. Moral: addiction begins in pleasure, but ends in wisdom. If you learned something today, subscribe to Med's Insight, where every heartbeat hides a story, and every story brings medicine to life.